Hey guys, welcome back to the Growsters. So we are going over our thrifting haul for this week. We hit up some estate sales, yard sales, and some thrift stores. So let's get into it. Some fun finds. We actually ended up with a whole bunch of new old stock stuff, which is pretty fun. So first up, we picked these up at a thrift store, and we paid up a little bit for them. We did pay $30 for them, but they are new with tags, Doc Martens. They're the newer ones, so they're not vintage ones, but these ones still sell for about $150, so it was worth paying up for these. Sometimes, especially when they're new, and you don't have to do anything to them, it's worth paying a little up for them. And then we hit a ton of vintage toys at a estate sale. So we got all these really cool old Marks trucks, and I paid like $1 for them. And we were looking them up. They're kind of all different ones. This one's got little levers and stuff. They go in the range of like 20 to 40, I think was. Some of them were down lower. But yeah, there's some of them that are clear up in the 125. So it just depends on what type of truck it is, what condition it is. But they are at least $15 a piece, or upper than that. And so for $1 a piece, it was a pretty good pickup for them. And at the same yard sale, estate sale, we got this vintage Tupperware. It's like a game thing where it has like a little ball, and you put the thing in the bottom and you hit it and the ball goes up. Anyways, it's new. It's never been opened. It's still like in its original bag. Everything's deconstructed. So that one's pretty cool. I haven't looked up the price on it. It was only $1, so I knew it was going to sell for a decent amount. And speaking of Tupperware, same yard sale, there was this in-box mini serviette set, and it has actually 2 sets in here. So the full serviette set is here with the little bowls and the cups and the pitcher. And then there was a second set that has these plates and these other cups. And then it has this, and it's from like this baking set. So the only thing missing out of the baking set is the little cake holder thing. But so it's actually 2 sets. And these are going anywhere from like $20 to $100. And where it's 2 sets, we'll probably easily be able to get $50 out of it. We did pay a little up for it. We paid $15 on this one, but I'm curious to see what we're going to get on this. So watch for future episodes to see what we ended up selling that set. I think I'm going to lot it together as the 2 sets and sell it. Same estate sale, we got this little Toot Toot Fisher Price train. There was a lot of Fisher Price stuff. It kind of got scooped up fast. I don't go for the little people as much, but I haven't seen one of these little trains before, so I grabbed it. And we got a whole bag of like Weeble Wobbles. But there's some of the newer ones. They're like the 90s Weeble Wobbles. And then these are, I can't remember what they call them. They're something beans, but they're little Disney ones. And there was like a set of 4 of them. So I think I paid $5 for the whole bag of all these Weeble Wobbles. And they're pretty cute little ones. I just sold some of the older Weeble Wobbles for, I believe, like $30 for 5 of them. So I was stoked to see these. And these ones, I actually only got it for this little 3-wheeler that was in here. I've actually never seen a little 3-wheeler. It's pretty cute. I didn't even lens it because the whole bag they made me pay $1 for. So I was like, sure, I'll buy it for $1. It looks like $30 for this little 3-wheeler. Where it's a unique one, I knew it would probably be a little more. You don't see 3-wheelers being sold in any sets anymore. And we got all these early 2000 families, like for doll houses. They're little tyke ones. So I got the whole box of them for like $5. That's like the babies and everybody. So I knew these would be a decent pickup. I haven't looked them up either. Curious to see what they'll sell for. I'm sure Jason will put it here. And they must have collected Fisher-Price stuff, because this is a Fisher-Price action set for Deep Diver. And this one it's sealed. It's never even been opened. And when we looked it up, yeah, they're like $70 if they're new old stock, like sealed in box. So I think I paid $5 for it. It's a pretty good pickup. Another thing is Stunt Jeep. This one is new old stock, hasn't been used. We had a hard time finding this one. I think we finally found one similar to it, same brand, for in the $40 range. So pretty excited about that one. I think I paid $5 for that as well. And this was pretty cool. We looked this up. I paid $5 for it. All the fish are there. It works. All of the fishing poles are there. $50. I paid $5 for that one as well. And at the same sale, we got 2 puzzles. So the problem that I've had with these, I paid $1 for each one. They are sealed. Nobody's ever opened them. The ones that I've seen have been selling for like $10, but they're used. And they're like used in great condition. So I don't even know what to price these. So I'm probably going to price them probably around the $20 range and just see what happens. Who knows? Maybe I'll throw them up for an auction and see if anybody's looking for them. Haven't done an auction in a minute. And then we hit up another yard sale, and the only thing at the yard sale was a Revere prop. I got it for $1. These sell for like 15 or so. And it's one of the ones that actually has the Made in USA on the bottom of it, which is what you want to look for when you pick these up. And we did a marketplace buy, which if you're trying to level up reselling, your best bet is to start buying lots of things. And so like somebody will sell something at a discount because they want you to take all of it. And marketplace is the best place to do that kind of thing. So I look for those buyouts. That's how I got all those Department 56 houses. And so I got all of these Limax houses. There's 10 of them. And I bought them for $150, which seems like a lot because that's $15 a house. But the cheapest house in this batch is $40-something, and the most expensive house is $100. So I've at least tripled my money on some of the cheaper houses, and some of the more expensive houses, I'm obviously making a lot more money. They are in great condition. All of these houses, no chips, no cracks, and they all have their light cords with them. So with the box, it's always easy to ship. People like them better when they have box just for storage and stuff. All right, so for example, this one is selling for like $65. So $15 to $65 is still great. That's another thing when you're trying to level up and resell and you end up going to pay more sometimes for stuff. You're no longer going to get stuff for $1, $5 sometimes. You do walk into stuff, obviously, like that estate sale, but that one was one that like nobody was really going to. But when it's collectible stuff and it's closer to the holiday, like Christmas stuff, you're going to end up paying more for them, which was completely fine. I'm going to make plenty of money on these, and this is the time of year where it's great to pick these up. Speaking of Christmas houses, I did walk into a Hawthorne Village for $5 little house. These ones usually sell in the $20-something range. So for $5, it's a perfect pickup for it. I actually got a message from a previous neighbor that said, hey, I'm at a yard sale of a neighbor and they have a whole bunch of Christmas stuff and I know that's what you like. And so I said, I'm on my way. And they actually told them that I was coming, so they held a whole box of stuff for me because they sent me pictures, and I said, I want specifically these pyramids, these silk ones. They do really well. They sell really fast. So they probably sell for like $16 to $18 a box of these, and especially if you have a complete box. But the best thing about them is not necessarily that they sell for so much, it's that they sell so quickly. So she actually charged me um, three boxes for $1. So it was like 30 cents a box. And I was like, that's a little low. Oh, so I actually paid her a little more than that for them. And then I bought others because I was like, I will take all your Christmas stuff. She was actually really worried that she was going to send all of it to the DI, which is the local thrift store. And it was her grandma's stuff. So she was glad that somebody was taking it and doing something with it. These ones are cool. I've never seen these. It's the silk ornaments, and they actually have like a little snowflake on them in glitter. And then I picked up these ones. I believe I paid $1 for this box. And she said these were her grandma's. They were from like the 50s. And these are pretty cool. I haven't looked up these ones, but I mean, at the least, they'll go for $14. The most, they'll probably go somewhere in the $20-something range. They're Lanissa is the brand, and they're pretty cool. And then I got a whole box of Krebs, and they're all like more ornate Krebs, so they do a little better. I paid like $1 for 4 of them, so like 25 cents a piece for these. So I'll sell them in lots of 4 for probably $13 to $14, and I picked them up for like $1 a piece. So it's a pretty good little flip on them. So I think that is all that we collected this week. It was a pretty good haul overall, good usage of our money, trying to get a little higher dollar items and grow our little eBay business a little more this week. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments.